Good evening, fans, and welcome to Anthony Jenkins Field at Tiger Stadium. Last Saturday, our Hernando cheer team hosted a mini cheer clinic here at Hernando High School. Please join me in welcoming to the field our future Hernando High School Tiger cheerleaders. The mini cheer clinic was hosted by Wolf Chase Hyundai and Stockton Mortgage. They supplied food and drinks and snacks for the day for the mini cheerleaders and all their hard work. We appreciate you, Wolf Chase Hyundai and Stockton Mortgage. While the many cheerleaders are lining up tonight's referee lineup, referee Daily Gamble, umpire Eric Nye, linesman judge L.J. Halson, and back judge Zach Singfield. Tonight's MHSSAA officials. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your mini cheerleaders. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our 2023 Mini Hernando High School cheer team. Once again, fans, welcome to Anthony Jenkins Field at Tiger Stadium, where tonight our Fighting Tigers play host to the Warriors of Senatobia. The superintendent, principal, athletic council, and student body of the Hernando High School extend a cordial welcome to each of you, and we're pleased to have you in attendance with us this evening. We'd like to take a minute to remind you that the Mississippi High School Athletic Association prohibits the possession of firearms and the use of alcohol, tobacco products, and electronic smoking devices on all school property. Abusive language or actions toward players, game officials, and other fans around you. Violations of these policies leave you subject to ejection from the stadium and school property without refund or re-entry. Tonight's captains for your Hernando Tigers: number 18, Tyler Starnes; number 71, Connor Pope; number 4, Ryan Taylor; and number 8, Hallis Lawson. Tiger fans, we want to thank tonight's pregame meal sponsor, Longview Point Church. Our halftime sponsor, Cube Ice of Hernando. Our first half sponsor, Niagara Water. Our scoreboard sponsor, DeSoto Family Counseling and Pediatric Therapy Center. And sports of all sorts for all your Tiger gear needs. Visit them in the north end zone. Sports of all sorts for all your Tiger gear needs. Thank you to all our sponsors. Support Hernando, support local. One, Connor Pope. Number 4, Ryan Taylor. And number 8, Hallis Lawson. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you stand. Turn your attention to our stars and stripes in the north end zone as we pay honor to America, our flag, and those who have sacrificed for the freedom we cherish this evening. It's Allie Aldridge to sing our national anthem.
Turn it on.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming. The bombs bursting in their gay proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hernando High School senior, Miss Allie Aldridge.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anthony Jenkins Field here in Hernando, Mississippi. It's time for Tiger football. It's Friday night, and our friends from the south in Tate County, Senatobia, is coming up to visit from us. Hello again, everybody. I'm Heath Hopkins. Along with me is Brad Bush. And Brad, we got a local game, local rivalry. A lot of fans are still coming.
This is a quality opponent, second week in a row, quality opponent. And, look for a good, hard-fought contest tonight. First matchup between these two teams since 2004, if you can believe it or not. 19 years ago, Sunday, September 3rd, 2004, the last time these two rivals met, separated by only 16 miles of Interstate 55. Beautiful country down through the Coldwater Bottoms. First time up here since 19 years, since 2004. First game between these two goes all the way back to 1955. Wow. This will be the 45th all-time meeting between these two schools. Tied for third most in terms of games played against an opponent for Hernando, trailing only Holly Springs and Horn Lake and Olive Branch. Fourth. Holly Springs, Horn Lake, and Olive Branch are the ones ahead of it. Hernando has a 9-34-1 all-time record, 21% win percentage against this team. Senatobia is coached by Carter Norris, who's a Senatobia alum. It's his second season. 9-4 overall, 8-4 last year, 1-0 on this young campaign. 42-21 winners over Central last week to open the season. 8-4 last year, 7-3 regular season.
And Brad, here come the Tigers right now. It's that time. It's Friday Night Lights. It's time to get things kicked off on the field tonight. We had the national anthem by Ali Landry and also the Haifa Little Cheerleaders. They had a cheer clinic this past week. Lots of little beautiful little girls here in the city of Hernando enjoying their time on the field. Welcome them the Tigers. And Brad, it's almost that time for kickoff.
A lot of school spirit on the sidelines, on the field. A little bit better weather than we had last week, Heath. If you recall, last week we were triple-digit heat indices at kickoff. Not so tonight. A little bit cooler, a little bit less humidity. Perfect night for football under the lights here at Anthony Jenkins Field at Tiger Stadium.
And, of course, the Tigers will be in their home blacks and trimmed in gold. And Senatobia coming in their electric blue and white uniforms. They'll have their white bonnets as we get ready for kickoff. Now, Brad, as you mentioned earlier, 16 miles separate these two campuses, but I do believe you said 2004, the last time these two have met up. That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they played almost yearly between 1955 and 2004, most of those games as members, if you recall, Heath, of the old Chickasaw Conference before 1980.
Yes.
When the Mississippi High School went to the Class A districting system, schools used to play in conferences. And the old Chickasaw Conference, which was made up mostly of Northwest Mississippi teams. Of course, there were a lot fewer back then. You didn't have the Lake Commerce and the Center Hills and the Lewisburg Highs of the world. Those weren't around yet. But we're ready for kickoff here from Tiger Stadium.
And neither was traffic in DeSoto County.
That's a fact, Heath.
Especially Commerce Street. Well, there we go. We got the sky kick. It is not fair caught. Taken at the 21-yard line. Returned and hit immediately. Dropped out of bounds at the 26. That's where the Warriors will take over. Once again, it is Friday night. We're here at Tiger Stadium, Anthony Jenkins Field. Hernando in their second game of the season, taking on the Warriors of Senatobia. Senatobia will start at the 26-yard line. Brad, we can expect very physical football from Senatobia tonight. They have a lot of talent on that team. We're going to see it right here on their first play. Let's see what the Warriors come out with. They got one split receiver to the twin receiver stacked to the left, and they're lined up tight. Man in motion. Now you got twins on each side of the ball. Darted.
Yeah, Heath, that was number 52. Kyle Weathers on the tackle. Big hit there. Big credit, though, to number 24, Caleb Hickman, on the outside, forcing the runner back into the teeth of the Tiger defense.
Correct. Tigers in their standard 3-4. Talked to Coach McCann earlier this week. He likes the 3-4 defense, but they are multiple on defense. You will see different looks at times. All right, here we go. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Out of shotgun formation again. We got a flag. Brad, speaking of pre-penalty, Tigers last week, in the opening game, the Tigers had 0 penalties on offense as far as pre-snap penalties. I find that absolutely amazing. Usually the first game you see tons of pre-penalty mistakes, a lot of nerves, sometimes a lot of emotions late in the game, especially on a very hot night like it was last week. You start seeing late in the game penalties happen. We did see that last week with Tunica. But Tigers, 0 penalties on offense last week as far as pre-snap penalties.
And that's a credit to the coaching staff. Worked all summer with these kids. But you also have to give credit to the kids out there. They're the ones who make it happen, and it's a big credit to them. It says a whole lot about this team.
They're going to go up the middle, hit. Looks like he fell forward. He might have that first down.
Tackle for the Tigers by number 8, Hallis Lawson. He was your defensive player of the week last week. Senior linebacker had 9 tackles on the night against Roosevelt last week. He adds 1 to his tally there.
And here we go. We're going to see our first pass of the evening. He's flush from the pocket, rolling to his right. Trying to make something happen on his feet.
Hollis Lawson on the tackle. You're going to hear his name a lot on defense tonight. He's already got 2 tackles tonight. Looks like he may make it to double digits before this game is over.
Hollis representing the team as a captain this evening. And here we go. Tigers stay in that 3-4. 5 down linemen by Senatobia. 2 receivers to each side. And they're going to stay on the ground once again, Brad. So it looks like they're trying to create a lot of space. Coach McCann talked about that earlier this week when we met. He talked about how they have a ton of speed. The quarterback and running back have phenomenal speed. He expected them trying to spread things out, spread them thin, and attack space. That's exactly what Senatobia is doing.
Yeah, and that's Julian Tabor. He's their do-it-all running back. He's beside Jay Bonner in the backfield. That's a tandem that's going to win a lot of football games for Senatobia this year.
Once again, another first down for the Warriors. They have broken into enemy territory. The ball is at the 49. First down, 10 yards, Senatobia. And they're going to keep it on the ground. They're going to use that speed.
Heath, what I like to see so far, the Hernando defense is really forcing the run back inside. These guys are fast. They want to get to the sideline and exploit those lanes on the outside. The ends are doing a great job. Those linebackers in the 3-4 defense are doing a great job. That time it was number 11, Justin Hammett, forcing the man back inside to the teeth of the Tiger defense.
I was talking to Hambone this week. Very physical this week. Here we go. Once again, Brad, last quarterback was flushed out, rolled to his right, picked up 7 yards on the one pass attempt, but they kept it on the ground. Big third down here, Brad.
Yeah, this could be one of those tone setters for the rest of the game. I'd like to see the defense step up here and get a stop.
D linemen lined up tight. Linebackers are showing that they're coming hard. Oh, yes, Brad, right there. The linebackers are coming up. Hit in the backfield, fell forward. That's going to be close to a first down. And they are signaling first down.
And that's a shame. That was great pursuit by Cannon Leslie, number 12, Tiger defense. Had the man in the backfield, but as you said, Heath, momentum carried him forward. He kind of fell forward, pick up the first down inside the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Senatobia on the move here early in the game.
Jay Bonner, the junior at quarterback, listed at 5'7". And maybe we'll see that first pass. No, tucks and runs. Referee is keeping the flag in his pocket, but he is talking to both of them. One thing that we saw right there, Jay Bonner made one look, did not look at a second receiver. When the receiver was covered, he tucked and just took it up the middle. That might be something that the Tigers can exploit later in the game.
Yeah, but that's also kind of a sucker move, and you can get sucked into that and then overcommit. And the next thing you know, your receiver's behind you, and he's out in the open space running towards the end zone. So you got to play disciplined defense here.
2nd and 4. Flag on the play.
Offside Tigers.
And shockingly, there's a pre-snap penalty there against the Tigers.
Yeah, Heath, though, that's one of those penalties of effort, so to speak. You don't mind that. You hate to see it, especially when it gives the Senatobia the first down. But you like to see a good aggressive defense, guys trying to get off the snap quickly. First pass of the evening there for Senatobia. It's complete out to number 6 out on the sideline, John Bobo.
Knocked out of bounds by number 4, Ryan Taylor.
Brad, that was the 10th play of the drive. This will be play 11 coming up for Senatobia.
Yeah, they've almost up to 5 minutes of possession here, really chewing up this first quarter clock, going by quickly. We're already almost halfway through the quarter.
And they're not even in the red zone. They're still outside the 20. So the Tigers are stopping them. But the Warriors are getting just enough to move the chains each time. Here we go. They're staying in shotgun formation. Oh, almost a loose ball on the field. Tigers are there. And it's going to bring up another big third down.
Nice initial hit there by Devin Gaines, number 2, brought down by number 8, Hallis Lawson. I believe that's tackle number 4 already for Hallis on this first drive in the first quarter here. Yeah, you don't mind seeing your linebackers make those tackles there. You don't want to see your safeties and your defensive backs lead the team in tackles because that means players are getting into that second level, so to speak, of the defense.
Senatobia going no huddle here. And they're going up the middle. And yes, I thought I saw it from here. A face mask call might be coming against the Tigers.
Pretty easy call there, Heath. Unintentional, but he couldn't tell who the defender was, but he definitely grabbed the face mask there. And that's going to tack 15 yards on to the end of the run here.
Personal foul, face mask call against the Tigers.
Well, the Tigers have had 2 penalties on this drive, one for 15 yards and another one for 5. So the Tigers have given up 20 yards, but still, Brad, they've been very stingy so far with the ball.
First and 10 Warriors from the 12-yard
Yeah,
line.
definitely running a ball control, clock control offense here.
Brad, they actually only moved that 5 yards.
Yeah, I guess they said that he let go quick enough and didn't give him the old 15-yarder. It's fortunate for the Tiger defense.
All right, here we go. Flush from the pocket, moving, tucking and running. Here we go. Now, Brad, it looks like from 14 yards out, quarterback number 3, Jay Bonner, the junior, has scrambled his way in for a touchdown. Brad,
Yeah, Heath, Bonner really showed you there what he can do with his legs. The outside linebacker, Caleb Hickman, had a chance at him. One stuck his foot in the ground, went one way, then went the other, and left Caleb behind and managed to make it in the end zone for 6.
extra point is good.
Point after attempt is
So
good.
6 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. Quarter number 1. Senatobia on the opening drive of the game choose a ton of clock, almost 6 minutes with 7 on their opening possession.
It'll be on the Tiger offense to respond here. If you remember last week against Roosevelt, had a lead for most of the game until we got to the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden you look on the scoreboard and Roosevelt's ahead. Tiger showed great resolve last week to come back in the fourth quarter and get that win by 2 touchdowns. Going to have to show similar resolve here early in the game this week.
Well, today at the school, it was red, white, and blue day. So if you see a lot of red, white, and blue in the stands tonight, now you know. Tigers showing their patriotic spirit here on this holiday weekend, Labor Day 2023.
The unofficial end of summer and the official beginning of football season.
That is correct, my friend. And I believe that makes everyone smile. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm smiling as I think about it.
I can hear it in your voice, Heath.
Number 49, second kick for the Warriors.
All right. Receive.
Number 1, Saxon
So here we go.
Number 4,
Tigers are not expecting a very deep kick. Heels are on the 5-yard line and they're moving up. The ball will be received at the 16, working his way forward and getting close to the 30. So about a 15-yard return, might have made it to the 31. And the Tigers will start there.
That was number 31, Clayton Williams, on the return. Did a good job securing the football, picking up positive yardage on the return, and looks like we've got our first heat timeout of the night, Heath, at the 6-minute mark of each quarter, as the game is still in temperatures that the Mississippi High School Athletic Association considers elevated. So we'll see a stoppage of play at the midway point of each quarter for hydration timeout. So Heath, we talked before the game about first time these two teams have met since 2004. A few years earlier, Coach Kenzaki Jones, who is assistant coach here for the Hernando Tigers, was a member of the Senatobia football team, went on to be a backup defensive back and special teams player at Mississippi State. Bulldog fans will remember him as the originator of the Dog Pound Rock, probably what Kenzaki is most known for in Starkville. Senatobia also produced Quintavious Burdett, who was a defensive back and wide receiver at Ole Miss. And probably their most famous football alum is one Danny Hugh Freeze Jr., 1988 graduate of Senatobia High School. Coach Hugh Freeze, of course, started out at Lambeth and went to Arkansas State, then coached Ole Miss, on to Liberty, and now he's at the Plains in Auburn.
Opening snap, empty backfield. Topher Jones hit and brought down. It'll bring up a second down for the Tigers.
Topher Jones on the quarterback keep.
Well, they're going to say he had a loss of 2. They're going to give him forward progress, but something you don't like to see there, the offensive line was deep in the backfield, meaning the defensive line pushed them back there. Going to need to get more leverage and keep those guys out of the backfield.
The Tigers were expecting a very physical game from Senatobia tonight. They knew they were going to face a ton of speed from the.
Well, faced with an early 3rd and long here on their 3rd play of first possession of the first quarter here. See if they can pick this up. If not, they're going to be punting from inside their their own territory, and Senatobia is going to get good field position. We'll see what the offensive staff draws up here.
3 receivers to the left. Here we go. Tigers look, quick pop pass outside. Working his way forward. Gang tackled by the Warriors. He makes it out to the 35, but that will not be enough for a first down. That'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, a little slip screen pass to Saxon Davis there. Picked up positive yardage, but not enough. Brings up 4th down and 5 from the 35-yard line. The Tigers actually do punt. Looks like Senatobia is going to go in a punt-safe defense, so they're clearly looking for the fake here, or the possibility of the fake. And we'll see what the Tigers elect to do here.
Nice low line drive kick, taking a Hernando take off there from the 30.
35-yard punt from Topher there. Again, at the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. Senatobia starts their second possession of the night. And defense needs to step up here and get this ball back quickly. You can't let Senatobia chew up 6 more minutes of game clock here in the first quarter and the first half. You need to get the ball back quick here. Put the ball back in your offense's hands and see if we can get this game tied up.
All right, Tigers stay with the 3-4 defense. All right, you have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And they're going to keep it on the ground and run the option. They are really trying to spread this field very thin. Tigers stay at home, show lots of discipline, a pickup of 3 on the play for Senatobia.
Heath, that was the old school option play there. That's from back when Hugh Freeze was in high school at Senatobia back in the mid to late 80s. Lots of teams back then ran that particular offense. Ran it well there, picked up 4 yards on first down.
Now we have trips to the right, 3 receivers to the right. And Senatobia keeping it on the ground. So Senatobia is definitely playing the game of spreading everybody thin. Tigers make a stop. It'll bring up another big 3rd down.
Yeah, that was Devin Gaines, number 2 on the tackle of number 2. Names called several times tonight. Big 3rd down and about 3 coming up for the Tigers here. Like to see if we can get a stop and get the ball back and see if we can tie this game up.
3rd down and 2 for the Warriors. 2 receivers each side of the ball, lined up wide. 2 in the slot, 2 on the outside, and moving the running back from right to left. Stays in shotgun formation. And the Tigers makes the stop, but just after he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that was Meyer at the first down. Just a little quick catch out to the slot man. Other receiver on that side of the field takes his man deep, takes his man away from the play, and just a pretty simple pitch and catch for a first down.
Brad, both teams have attempted and completed 2 passes tonight. Senatobia keeping it on the ground. Quarterback keeper working his way forward, doing that zone read. Gets hit hard and dropped right at midfield.
Yeah, that was number 20 for the Tigers, Christian Cody, on the tackle. Great job wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Bonner's a very patient runner. He's got speed, but he also runs heads up and watches for his blocks, knows how to utilize his blocks to get out in space, and then he turns the speed on and leaves you behind.
Ball directly at midfield, the 50-yard line. And it's a keeper. It's not an option play. Tigers were staying at home for that option. Read beautifully, pickup of 1 on the play. Here's another 3rd down situation, a 3rd and a very long 3.
Heath, I know it sounds like a broken record over here, but that was number 8, Hallis Lawson, on the tackle. He's been everywhere tonight so far. Kid's having a monster game, and we're not even at the end of the first quarter yet.
He is approaching double-digit tackles. High snap, ball on the ground, recovered by the Warriors. And Brad, we got a 4th down. Ball hits the turf, falls on it to keep the ball in hand. And Brad, I do see a punter coming out, and he is in punt formation.
Yeah, Heath, as you said, bad snap, a little bit high, a little bit on his right shoulder, unable to bring it in cleanly. did the wise thing, covered up the ball in the backfield to prevent the turnover. But good coverage there by the Tigers. Going to force them into a punt formation here on 4th down. And for the Tigers, number 18, Tyler Starnes is going to let that one hit and roll. Possession of the game, 35.2 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1.
40-yard kick. That's exactly 40 yards on that punt. And as you mentioned, Brad, the ball will be placed at the 15. This will be the second possession for the Tigers. Only 35 seconds.
Ability. Yes. They may not need 35 seconds to get to the end zone, but we'll see how the offense elects to play it here. Yeah, that was Saxton Douglas on the carry for the Tigers there. Didn't manage to get a yard or two. Brings up 2nd down and long for the Tigers.
All right, we're under 10 seconds. See if we get this last play off here before the quarter ends. Field and brought down.
For a football played quicker in my life, it is the first quarter in 12 minutes of clock time. You don't see that very often. What that means is both teams are running the football, and the few passes that have been thrown have been completed.
Correct.
And the clock just absolutely melts away here on a fine Friday evening. We're already 1 quarter in the books. The score, Senatobia 7 and Hernando no score.
Topher Jones has attempted 2 passes, completed both of them, along with Jay Bonner. He has only attempted 2 passes and completed both of them. Brad, we had a score and a water break, and we still played 12 minutes of football in 15 minutes.
That's a fine
really
point. Yeah, you've got a water timeout mixed in there, and you had an extra point when the clock's not running. That's about as fast a quarter of high school football or any level football that you're going to see anywhere.
Brad, I said it might have been a loss of 1. It looks like it was a pickup of 1. Topher Jones on that last carry worked his way past the line of scrimmage, picked up 1 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down. Looks like about 3rd and 8 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find a way to get them out in space where they can work one-on-one. Do so.
All right, Brad, you got twins on both sides of the ball. Twins to the right, twins to the left, 1 man in the backfield. Quarterback Topher Jones in shotgun formation. Here we go. 5 down linemen facing 3 defensive linemen. They bring a linebacker on the blitz from the right side. And pass falls incomplete. First incomplete pass of the game.
The out route, about a 15-yard out route there, really showing his arm strength, but overthrew the receiver. And it's going to bring out 4th and long from inside their own 20-yard line. The Tigers are going to punt. And looks like Senatobia is going to get good field position once again to start their 3rd possession of the game.
Kicked. This one has a little bit more hang time. Stopped at the 26.
Heath, that's a 57-yard punt off of the leg, the left foot of Topher Jones. Right kick.
I don't think that ball rolled 10 yards, Brad, so that was probably close to a 50-yard kick and a 7-yard roll.
Yeah, he got all of that one.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. All right, 11 minutes, 43 seconds remain here in the first half. North of the 25-yard line. Here we go. Stays in shotgun formation. Hands up.
Julian Tabor. He doesn't need much room. He's not a big guy, but he's fast and he's sturdy. And all he needs is just an inch of daylight, and he can get 5 or 6 yards on you just like that, as he did right there.
Well, we heard that Senatobia is very physical, and they have not disappointed. 3rd pass by Bonner tonight, and it's complete. But he loses.
Tiger defense there, forcing his man out after the reception. Going to lose 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and around 7. Big play for the Tiger defense here. You'd love to get another stop, get another shot at it on offense. see if you can do something with it. But you got to keep them. You don't want to give them a decision point here. You want to keep them 3rd and long. You don't want to give them 4th and short outside their own 35-yard line. They may opt to go for it. You want to
Rolling the wrong way to throw. That pass, did he catch it? He said that he did. Wow, I did not have a good look at that. Of course, we don't have replay.
Pass complete to number 6.
I don't think that call would, if that call was in college, it might be under further review, but we don't have that judgment here.
Well, the linesman on this side of the field said number 6, and we don't have a good roster for Senatobia, but said number 6 got his hands under the ball there, made the catch about 1 yard past the line to gain. It's going to be a first down and 10 yards to go for Senatobia at their.
They're going to stay with the air a little bit early by the Tigers.
Yeah, that was good coverage there for Hernando by number 4, Ryan Taylor. Just reached in a little bit. Pulled the
night
over to help out and had gotten pressure and forced kind of a wobbly throw from Jay Bonner. You hate to see that, but it's a learning opportunity, and I'm sure Ryan's going to learn from it, and he'll be in position to make the play next time.
It was a hustle play. You can't fault him at all. Trying to make something happen.
Effort penalty, and you don't mind seeing that.
Trying to make something happen out of nothing, and he did that.
I'm going to see many people escape the clutches of number 8, Hallis Lawson, but Julian Tabor did that, as I said a few plays ago. He's sturdy. Again, not a tall guy, not a big kid, but he's sturdy and he's got speed, and he showed his elusiveness there.
Red, white, and blue night here at Tiger Stadium, Anthony Jenkins Field, Labor Day weekend 2023. Senatobia just broke midfield, and they're staying in the air, Brad.
Yeah,
First incomplete pass.
Yeah, just a tad overthrown there. Great coverage defensively for the Tigers by number 20, Christian Cody. He was all over the man, had the man blanketed. Again, a little bit high, but he wasn't going to catch the ball even if the pass was on target. Really good defense there. Again, big 3rd down here just inside their own territory, Tiger defense, facing 3rd and 9 against Senatobia here. Hopefully
we're perfect. Both were 4 for 4. Now Jay Bonner 4 for 5. Here he goes. Being flush, throws underneath.
Wow.
Lots of green. Right up. Design, spread the field, and brought it back to the middle.
Yeah, Heath sent number 2, Julian Tabor, out to the right, and then caught the defense in over pursuit. Threw a little screen pass back to Tabor. He cut it back to the middle of the field, and about a 48-yard touchdown pass.
Beautiful play design. Stretch the Tigers thin there. Give credit to Senatobia. This has been a super extra physical defense tonight by Hernando. Right there, still playing with lots of physicality. I think we have a run into the kicker penalty.
Yeah, the kick was good, made despite the hit on the kicker. They'll assess that penalty on the kickoff, and should give Senatobia an opportunity to try and pin the Tigers deep here on their next possession. So 8 minutes, 41 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That makes the score 14-0 in favor of Senatobia. Still a lot of football left to play here on a gorgeous night, Anthony Jenkins Field. A drive up I-55 from Tate County. Good to see our friends from Senatobia in the house tonight.
48-yard touchdown pass by the Warriors. Puts them up 14-0, as you mentioned, Brad. And plenty of time left here in the first half. Plenty of time left in this entire contest.
Well, we got a break in the action, Heath. Just give a shout out to Longview Point Church, who sponsored tonight's pregame meal for the Tigers. We really
Band majors for the 2023 band are Addison Belo, Arlena Farrell, and Samuel Moore. Directors for the band include DJ Fitzgerald, Tyler Harris, Lynn Kilo, and Joseph Quinley. Additional staff include Jeremy Driver, Mason Hill, and Jacob Lawson.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anthony Jenkins Stadium at Anthony Jenkins Field at Tiger Stadium here in Hernando, Mississippi. Halftime score: Senatobia 20, Hernando 7. Hernando's going to get the opening kick, or going to take the receive tonight's second half opening kickoff. Quick score updates before we get the second half started. Lewisburg leads University High School in Orlando 27-0. Tupelo leads South Haven 27-0. DeSoto Central 10-0 over Lake Carmen at halftime. Lafayette leads Horn Lake 21-7, and South Panola 14-3 over Oxford.
Brad, thank you for the score update as we return to action here at Anthony Jenkins Field. Well, the Tigers will start with the ball second half. They had all the momentum going into halftime. They were the last team to score, and now they're coming out in the field. Let's see what adjustments have been made and how they're going to attack this Warrior defense. And we found out at halftime that there's, quote, a glitch with our broadcast. So we'd like to let everybody know that you can send your complaints to Elon Musk and Starlink. That is the reason of the glitch. So Elon will be happy to hear from you, I promise. Looks like we had a glitch on the snap there. I'm sure the Tigers will figure that out by the second play.
Yeah, Topher did a good job there of corralling that. Kind of a high snap on his left shoulder. Did a great job. Took a big hit, though, from Senatobia defensive player. Busted play all the way. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, 10 yards to go.
Tigers started on the 25-yard line. Here's the second play of the second half. Quarterback keeper. Topher works his way forward. And Brad, it looks like very much the same from that Senatobia defense. Super, ultra physical defense by the Warriors.
Yeah, Topher just not able to get into that second level, to get past the linebackers, get into the secondary where he can really hurt you. They've got him bottled up pretty good. Gain of 1 on that play, third down, 9 to go. Big third down here for Hernando.
4-down lineman by Senatobia. Time to throw. Had a small window. Hard pass to complete. But it does bring up fourth down for the Tigers.
He was looking for the captain, Tyler Starnes, there, unable to make the completion. Tigers going to go 3 and out to start the second half tonight. Fourth down, 9 yards to go in punt formation.
15 Topher Jones set the punt for the Tigers. Back to receive for the Warriors, number 2, Tabor.
Good to see number 2, Julian Tabor, back out there for Senatobia. He was shaken up earlier in the game. Figured he would be back. I believe it was just a cramp for him. Figured he'd get some water, get some hydration, be back out there. Good to see him back out there.
He's got 1 foot on and 1 foot off the 40-yard line as he shuffles and sets up. Looks like we have a penalty, Brad, against the Tigers.
Yeah, false start there. Back to the Tigers up 5 more yards. Fourth down, 14 now. Just outside their own 20-yard line. So Senatobia going to get good field position here. Hopefully Topher can get off a pretty good punt.
Punt returner has He had his toes on the 45. He's walked up another yard. He stands at the 46, and that ball is over his head, taken at the 39, working his way to the right. Final little daylight. He's got some room. And Brad, that wall was set up beautiful, and sadly, it was returned for a touchdown.
Yeah, pretty good kick there from Topher. About a 40-yard punt off the left foot of Topher Jones there. Nice hang time. Just a great job of blocking by the Warriors on the punt return. And Senatobia scoring just about every way that you can right now. Caught some the big break earlier on special teams, and then another special teams play here early in the third quarter to make the score 26-7, 10 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
61 yards on the punt return. That is the second score by special teams for Senatobia tonight.
And the extra point is blocked. Second incomplete extra point of the evening for Senatobia, so the score remains 26-7 in favor of Senatobia. 10 minutes, 31 seconds remaining here in the third quarter of action. Still plenty of time left, Heath.
Well, right now in this situation, you're just going to want to see the fight in your team, how they respond. It's a long season, Brad. You know, they kind of knew coming into this game, Senatobia was an ultra-physical football team, lots of depth and incredible speed on both sides of the ball. They got two guys that any team in Mississippi would love to have in the backfield. So with that being said, Hernando has shown plenty of fight and has been extra physical all night. And here's the one thing, with that team speed, they just need one little seam, one little area of daylight, and they can turn in a regular play into a huge play, and if not, a touchdown. And that's what we saw on that punt return.
Yeah, pretty explosive return there, Julian Tabor. Again, he and Jay Bonner have done the bulk of the work tonight with the football in their hands for Senatobia. We knew coming in, Heath, this was not going to be this is going to be a hard-fought game. This is a team that made the 4A playoffs last year. Again, 7-3 in the regular season, then went 1-1, beat Kosciuszko in the first round of the 4A playoffs at home before going on the road to drawing a blank on who, Itawamba in the second round of the playoffs, and lost 42-14 there to Itawamba. But again, made the second round of the state playoffs. So you knew this was a good quality team coming in tonight, and they've shown it certainly.
Sky kick taken at the 15-yard line. Some daylight for the Tigers. Once again, that team speed of Senatobia closed that daylight extremely quick. Pickup of 7 on the return for the Tigers. Brad, Vince Lombardi said it best. You can't lick speed.
No, that was just an incredible job. Open field tackle, showed the speed. Because I tell you, the guy he's tackling, number 4 for the Tigers, Ryan Taylor, had plenty of speed. He's got speed to burn. And number 26 for Senatobia did a great job on the coverage. And Tigers are going to take over first down, 10 yards to go at their own 25-yard line. 10 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here in tonight's third quarter.
That how things would start for the Tigers here in the second half.
Yeah, that was number 8, Faulkner for Senatobia in the backfield. He was met Devin Gaines straight up right about the time Devin got the football from Topher and managed to bring him down. Loss of around 3 on the play, 2nd and 13.
Right as you mentioned, Senatobia last year defeated Kosciuszko. Kosciuszko, home of one of the most famous Mississippians, Oprah Winfrey.
That's a fact.
That is a fact. If I had to guess, I believe there's only one female billionaire that's come out of Kosciuszko. I'm just guessing.
You got to think that would be her. Certainly one of the more famous Mississippi residents and birthplace in Kosciuszko.
Attala County.
Now you're just showing off, Heath.
Hey, without geography, you're nowhere. Penalty's going to go against the Tigers. 9 minutes, 40 seconds remain here in the third quarter.
Substitution infraction called against the Tigers.
And here we go, Brad. 2 tight end set. Correction, Brad. 1 tight end.
Yeah, the Tigers are going to have to burn a timeout here. A lot of confusion on the offensive side of the ball right now. Trying to get guys lined up and looked like a formation we hadn't seen tonight. Couldn't tell exactly what formation they were trying to line up in, but they had 5 guys wide there, and couldn't get a couple players in position. Had to burn a timeout. Now 2 remaining in the half, and hopefully get the guys straightened out here, and let's see if we can convert this 2nd and long.
Well, Brad, Labor Day weekend, the kickoff of college football season. Of course, we had week 0 last week. Even some international games. But tomorrow is the first real weekend of college football. Tons of fun to happen. Of course, college football, a fan favorite here in the Magnolia State.
Mississippi State starting off the 23 campaign with Southeastern Louisiana. Ole Miss is hosting the Bears of Mercer University here locally. Memphis hosts Bethune-Cookman. So a long day of college football tomorrow. Starts off at 11 a.m. Central, and it goes until it goes.
Topher rolling to his left, sees his man, sets up, completes his pass, and the Tigers will make it manageable on 3rd down. Looks like it'll be about 3rd and 7.
Nice pitch and catch there by Topher to Saxon Douglas. Gain of around 10 yards on the play. Sets up a manageable Heath, as you said, 3rd down and around 8 yards to go for the Tigers. Hopefully they can get the 3rd down conversion here and keep the drive alive.
Brad, you mentioned Mississippi State and Southeastern Louisiana. Coach Selfo, the coach of Southeastern Louisiana, used to be the coach of Tulane. If you remember that name, he was the head coach when Hurricane Katrina hit. Back in my television days, I had a chance to interview Coach Selfo a couple of times, and that was a very challenging situation. They had to relocate to another campus, and it was just super odd. They had to share a locker room with another football team. Students didn't know where classes were. They were unfamiliar with that campus. And tough situation all around. But I remember seeing Coach Selfo's name earlier this week, and he was an incredible gentleman and was very open about the hard times there at Tulane when Katrina hit. But just one of the fun stories of college football.
Yeah, Tulane, good program. Of course, played in the Cotton Bowl last year, beats USC in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas at Jerry World. And they are top 25 ranked here to start the season.
I would get on that ball, Brad. I think that touched a Senatobia player. I would run with it. Yes, they did not blow it dead, Brad. There's no whistles. It's a foot race. And Hernando won that foot race, Brad, twice tonight. And we have seen a punt hit a defender and gone into the end zone. Now, I don't think you can advance a punt in the area of holding. We'll find out here shortly.
And on that previous play, Heath, that's actually a good job of officiating. You like to see the officials let the ball play out and as if the play were alive. That way you can always bring it back, but if you blow the play dead, you might be making an incorrect call. You can always correct the call if you let the play out like that. So
very fine point, and I do agree. Wow. Clipping is the call. Block below the waist.
Warriors.
yeah, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty there.
Everybody clap your hands.
It's going to put up, bring it first and 25 for the Warriors. And the ball is going to be, actually, I'm sorry, it looks like it's a 10-yard penalty. Going to be first down, 20 yards to go at the Warrior 28-yard line.
Hernando defense still showing plenty of fight. First and 20 for the Warriors. A lot of movement by the D-line. Gets back in the backfield relatively easy. A lot of pressure. And another flag in on the play. I think we might have a lineman downfield. I think that will be the call. We will find out.
Yeah, Heath, I think that was drawn up as a screen pass, and Tiger defenders got in the backfield, disrupted the play.
Three Tiger defenders.
Three
yes.
Tiger defenders disrupted the play, caused the receiver to slip a little bit too far down the field. As long as he's behind the line of scrimmage, those linemen can be downfield. But once that receiver is across the line of scrimmage, if he touches the ball, automatically becomes a legal man downfield, and I think that's what's going to be the call. And the Warriors are starting to back up, so it looks like the call is going to be against Senatobia.
It was first and 20. Well, it was first and 10, then first and 20. And now, as they mark it off, it's going to be first and 25.
Everybody clap your hands.
Not too many plays in the playbook for first and 25.
No, but when you got a guy like Jay Bonner and a guy like Julian Tabor in the backfield, any down and distance is manageable. Be up to the Tiger defense here to see if they can turn this game around and get the ball back, put it in the offense's hands.
All right, got a man in motion. Great pull block by Senatobia. Ooh, late hit. And yeah, they're going to flag that, unfortunately for the Tigers.
Yeah, a little bit, little overzealous there on the tackle. Tabor was clearly a yard or two, a step or two out of bounds. Again, you hate to see that penalty, and I certainly understand the call. It's the correct call, but that is a penalty of effort on the defense. Again, that's a guy who's given it his all, trying to chase down the runner, and just can't hold up at the last minute like that. It's the correct call, but it's an unfortunate call against the Tigers.
It was first and 25. Now it's first and 10 at the 50-yard line. Twins to the right, one receiver to the left, two men in the backfield, three if you count the quarterback. Stay on the ground, work the middle. Pick up of about 6 on the play. It'll bring up a second and 3 situation.
Second down and 3.
Senatobia taking their time with the play calls. Once again, showing twins to the right, one receiver to the left, 3 men in the backfield. Tigers in a 3-4 defense. And they've walked one linebacker up on the right side. And they're going to run between the tackles. And Hernando is right there. Pick up of 1 on the play. Brad, big third down right here.
Tabor on the carry, tackled by 12, Cannon Leslie.
Yeah, big Cannon Leslie on the tackle there, number 12 for the Tigers, bringing down Tabor. Got just past the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up third down, 2. Big down here for the Tiger defense to see if they can get off the field.
They stay with the 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 3 men in the backfield. Brad, something I'm picking up is that where the running back, the up back, is at on the field, they usually run that side of the ball. Something to keep your eye on as the game develops, as they stay in this formation of twins to the right, one receiver to the left, and the 3 men in the backfield, the up back in the backfield. Wherever he's at, that's usually the side they're running to.
Yeah, and then number 8, Hallis Lawson, again, who's been all over the football field tonight. Had good penetration, but as you said, Heath, he just chose the wrong side. He went to the right side, or the left side from his viewpoint of the formation. The carry went to the right and managed to get the first down. We're going to have our Heat timeout for the third quarter. 6 minutes even remaining in tonight's third quarter. 26-7 Senatobia on top. Got the ball 1st and 10 at the Tiger 38-yard line.
Beautiful night here in Hernando as we're here celebrating the 2023 season, Labor Day weekend. I hope you and your family have a wonderful weekend. Whether you have plans or you're just sitting home relaxing, or you going to another football game this weekend. We wish everyone Godspeed and safe travels. Lots of football in the area this weekend. And next weekend, Brad, the NFL will kick off. For the ones that are big NFL fans, you still have to wait one more week. Actually, we'll start Thursday night. So we're less than a week away.
Fine point. My Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets Thursday night. Of course, Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback of the Jets now. Josh Allen, the great quarterback of the Bills. I am admittedly a Johnny-come-lately when it comes to the Bills. A good buddy of mine from Buffalo has moved down to Memphis, and I've gotten into watching Buffalo games with him and really enjoy it. It's a good time to be a Buffalo fan, I'm not going to lie.
You should ask him his favorite Marv Levy story.
He's got one, I guarantee you.
Marv Levy, the head coach, that wonderful team in the 90s that went to 4 straight Super Bowls. All right, here we go, Brad. They use that up back out of the backfield, throw it to him. Pass is complete. It's going to bring up 2nd down, probably 2nd and 4. I think I pick up a 6 on that play.
Big number 11, Justin Hammond in the backfield there, all over Jay Bonner. Tried to knock the pass down, went right between his hands, complete 6-7 yard pickup on the play, 2nd down 4.
All right, Brad, we're going to pay attention. That up back is on the left side. Let's see if they run to the left side here on this play. There you go. And he goes up the middle, starts left, bounces out to the right. Wow, that's just an athletic play right there. Tigers were all over him, hit him, and just got away. Brad, just a very unfortunate situation. And again, as I repeat to Vince Lombardi, saying you can't lick speed. You can lick strength, you can lick smarts, but you can't lick speed. Either you got it or you don't. And Senatobia definitely has it tonight.
Yeah, especially Bonner and Julian Tabor in the backfield, quarterback and running back tandem. They've got speed to burn and elusiveness, and Bonner showed it right there. I believe one Tiger might have gotten a hand on him, but pretty much untouched from 30 yards out or so. Makes the score 32-7 in favor of Senatobia. 5 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in tonight's third quarter. And if the Tigers are going to pull this one out, they're going to have to start doing something on every drive. They're going to have to start scoring on every drive from here on out and see if they can close this gap a little bit.
Senatobia going for 2. Has a man, and pass is batted down. No quit in this defense. Give props to this defense. Hey, look, they're not getting all the breaks. They've got some situations where they haven't been able to make the play. But this defense has been ultra aggressive. You cannot argue against that. They're not out of position. You can't argue against that. It's just a situation where they're spreading them thin, and if they just get a little bit of wiggle room, it turns into a big play.
Yeah, that was number 4, Ryan Taylor, defensively on the 2-point conversion there, knocking the ball down, incomplete, 2-point conversion, no good. So score remains 32-7, 5 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Still plenty of time, Heath, but you got to start doing something on every possession. It needs to start right here.
It looks like the Tigers will need a break to get back into this game, whether it be on special teams or a turnover or both. But right now, the Tigers just need to stay within themselves, show some composure, try to build on some things, and try to establish some things. You know, when you have a team early in the season you just kind of want to figure some things out. Some guys haven't had game reps yet. This is the perfect time for that. Figure it out. Baptized by fire.
And that's absolutely right, Heath. The Tigers certainly facing a tall task next Friday night on the road at Tupelo. Tupelo's got an outstanding team, but certainly not looking ahead, but a big game next week, first game on the road. You want to iron out everything that needs to be, all the T's that need to be crossed and the I's that need to be dotted here. Work that out and position yourself for a big contest next week down in Tupelo.
Sky kick fielded at the 24. That's where the Tigers will take over. First down and 10 for Hernando. 5 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Quarter number 3.
Tigers from the 25-yard line.
Brad, in the background, we might hear the sounds of Metallica playing Enter Sandman.
That's become a Stadium Rock favorite thanks to Virginia Tech, who plays that as their entrance music. If you've ever seen footage of Virginia Tech taking the field at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, they play that song and the whole place jumps, and it's a wild scene. Really one of the great college football entrances out there.
I saw a video earlier this week on social media where Metallica played at an abandoned airfield in Russia. It's considered the largest concert ever. Over 1 million people. I think they said 1.3, 1.6 million. Oh, let's go with 1.3. Million people. They showed the highlights of that concert. There were helicopters flying over, very low. It was just an insane event.
Yeah, I saw some footage of that. 1.3 million people in one place. That's a lot of people.
That's a ton of people.
If there's one band that has that has the ability to rock that many people, though, it's certainly Metallica.
Closest thing I can come to that is Garth Brooks playing Central Park. They said it was just shy of 1 million people. I don't know how they counted that.
Got to take their word for it. Great catch there for the Tigers. Number 1, Saxton Douglas holds onto the ball. It's a first down, brought down at the 37-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Tigers. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Tigers right now standing outside the fire, trying to make something happen on the field. Delayed blitz by Senatobia. It was successful, disrupted the play. And we got a man down, Brad.
Yeah, it looks like a Hernando Tiger down, trying to get a number. Looks like number 65, Nick Tudor, shaking up on the play. Being helped off right now, a little bit wobbly. Going to be brought to the sideline.
I learned it earlier this week. They refer to him as Tudor or the Tater.
Well, looks like Tater's parents are right down in front of us here in the press box. Certainly some concern, but he looks like he's going to be okay. He's going to shake it off. Still walking on his own power, and that's good to see. I expect to see him back out there.
You know, the offensive line is such an extremely special position. It is the only position in all of sports. Doesn't matter what sport you talk about. Their main job and objective is to protect their teammates, to protect the ball and their teammates.
And they take pride in that.
They take a huge amount of pride in it.
Yep. They don't often get their names called out on broadcasts or the public address in the stadium. And it's one of those jobs where it's like being a baseball umpire. Nobody really notices you unless you mess up. And so a lot of times the only time we call their names is if there's a penalty on them. But a couple of times tonight we've called out a couple of the offensive guards on those pull techniques, and trying to see if I can see Nick down on the sideline. Yeah, he's still on his feet. He should be back in the game.
Pass falls incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down. You know, Brad, you're talking about offensive linemen, and if you're a big baseball fan, and we know Hernando loves their baseball, you know, if you don't have linemen, it's like you don't have pitching. You know, if you don't have pitching, you're not going to do anything. It's going to be a miserable season. Same thing on the offensive line. If you don't have linemen, you have nothing. It's going to be a long, long season.
Yeah, the offensive lineman is certainly key in the game of football. You could have the best quarterback and the best running back, but if you don't have a line to make a hole for them or to protect them, you're not going to get a lot out of them.
Great kick. Ball is kicked at the 35, goes to the 21-yard line. Multiple flags on the play. This will definitely be coming back, Brad.
Yeah, 44-yard punt by Topher there off of his left foot. Topher's done a great job kicking the ball tonight on the punt. Had a couple of 2 or 3 40-plus yard punts. And you're right, Heath, that one's going to come back. It's going to be a penalty on Senatobia. It's going to negate what was a pretty good return. Looks like holding is the indication by the white hat, and that's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. We've got 2 flags on the ground right now, one at the 39-yard line and one around the 33-yard line. We'll see which one they enforce.
Harry Belafonte being played on the PA system. Harry passed away earlier this year at the age, I believe, of 90-something years old.
Very talented man. Long life, well lived. Looks like they enforced the penalty from the 33-yard line, so Senatobia is going to take over. Correction, 32-yard line. Senatobia is going to take over at their own 22. First down, 10 yards to go. 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in tonight's contest. 32-7 Senatobia on top.
Our crack research staff let us know he was 96 years old when he passed away this year, Harry Belafonte.
And, of course, lost Bob Barker earlier this week at the ripe old age of 99. And, of course, as was noted on social media several thousand times, Bob made it to 99 as close as he could get to 100 without going over. It seems very appropriate of the man's life, who brought many a joy and many relief for those of us roughly our age, Heath, who know Bob from sick days. Some Campbell's chicken noodle soup and some saltine crackers and a country time lemonade at Grandma's house on a sick day made you feel a lot better. Bob Barker on your television set.
Pass just over the head of the intended receiver, falls incomplete. Bring up 4th down. Hey, the defense still showing fight out there, Brad.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's actually going to be 3rd down, Heath, but you're right. They are showing some fight there. Ryan Taylor, number 4, stride for stride with the Senatobia receiver. Ball was overthrown, but good to see the Hernando defense there. Stride for stride with the receiver. Brings up a big 3rd down. 3rd down and 7 now for Senatobia from just outside their own 25-yard line.
Brad, I was reading about the late Bob Barker earlier this week. Grew up on an Indian reservation.
I did know that, yes. I did know that he was part Native American and grew up on a reservation.
I did not know that, and I was shocked when I read that. I was very impressed with that. He also served in our military. And I believe he was host for 50 years. Imagine working any job for 50 years. That is quite an accomplishment.
Well, if the Tigers are going to have any hope of getting back in this ball game, got to get a stop here. Keep Senatobia in a long down and distance situation. Force a punt here, get the ball back, and do something quickly.
1:46 remains in quarter number 3. We had movement on the line. Whistle not blown. Quick catch pass thrown, falls incomplete. And now it will bring up 4th down.
That was great coverage there by Christian Cody for the Tigers, number 20. All over the receiver. Only man who could get a hand on it. Managed to knock it down. Brings up 4th down, 4th and long. Senatobia forced to punt into punt formation. Tyler Starnes, the captain, back at the 40-yard line awaiting the punt.
All right, ball placed at the 21. 4th and 11, a very long 11. Now, the snaps from the deep snapper from Senatobia have been entertaining tonight. A lot of air underneath them at times. That was actually a pretty good snap. It was a little high, but that's probably his best snap of the evening. And it'll take a Tobytown roll. And the ball will be down right there around the 43-yard line. 90 seconds left here in the third quarter. Tigers will take over.
Tigers take over first and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Again, Heath, if Hernando's to claw their way back into this game, they're going to have to do something right here. Looks like they're going to start out 4 wide, man in the backfield, 5-man offensive line front. Topher at quarterback, and he's joined in the backfield by Brady Clancy.
His very physical Warrior defense has gotten some licks in on Topher tonight. Topher played a very physical game last week. He's played another physical game this week. And right there, gang tackling, and they land hard on him. Very physical out there. And look what he does. He pops right up and goes back for the next play.
Topher did a great job there, keeping the ball nice and snug against his body, kept the ball up high and shoulder level. And Senatobia player came from behind and tried to punch that ball out. Nothing for him to punch there. Topher really protecting that ball nice and tight up high. Not going to turn it over again. No quarterback I'd rather have the ball in his hands in this situation than Topher. And proves himself once again on that play. 8-yard gain, second down and 2. Looks like a timeout on the field taken by Senatobia.
Senatobia has not been afraid to use their timeouts tonight. They have used them freely, just like they did right there. Ball we placed at midfield. Referees are getting together, talking. I'm sure they're reviewing some things that have happened in tonight's game. Going over a couple of things of their personal calls. They're trying to stay sharp. It's early in the season for the officials too. Thank you. All right, after the timeout, second short situation for the Tigers. 2nd and 2, ball placed at midfield. Tigers going straight up the middle. They get the first down and a little bit more.
And that was Brady Clancy, number 13, on the carry. Takes the ball across midfield down to the 46-yard line of Senatobia. First down, 10 yards to go, Tigers at the Senatobia 46. Clock running, 51 seconds remaining in tonight's third quarter. 32-7 Senatobia on top.
Tiger offense still showing fight. As we wrap up quarter number 3. Nice little pass to the outside. Ball thrown down the line of scrimmage, completed. Nice pickup on first down. And that might be the last play of the third quarter. We'll find out. But it was a pickup of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4 for the Tigers at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, great pitch and catch there between Topher and Saxton Douglas, number 1 for the Tigers. 7-yard gain. Heath, we've seen some licks out on the football field tonight. There was one there. Great hit by Senatobia. Great job of Saxton by holding on to the ball, picking up 7, 2nd down, 3 yards to go.
Ball snap with 3 seconds left on the clock. Tigers get one more play off. Complete the ball downfield for a first down, but there are flags on the play. Dirty laundry on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Heath, I got to think that's against the Tigers. Looks like holding. Topher signaling to the sideline that it's holding, so it looks like that play is going to come back. As it was about a gain of 15. Would have been a first down inside the 30-yard line, but it looks like this one's going to be coming back after we swap ends of the field. Head to tonight's fourth quarter of action. Again, 32-7, Senatobia on top. Here at Anthony Jenkins Field at Tiger Stadium. Nice turnout for both schools tonight. Crowd very much into it, both sides of the field. North end zone still abuzz with activity. Food truck still going. Tailgates still up and running down in the south end zone. Just a great atmosphere here in Hernando tonight for high school football.
You know, Brad, a very special shout out to all the units out here tonight. It's just not the football team. It's also the dance team. It's also the band. It's also the cheerleaders. We also had the little cheerleaders from Haifa tonight. I'm sure most of them have gone home and gotten in bed tonight.
We hope. Their parents hope. Hopefully for their parents.
Or maybe they wanted them to stay up late all night at the ball game so they'll sleep in tomorrow and start the holiday weekend off to a nice tone.
Yeah, just a great atmosphere. Again, we've said it numerous times tonight and in last week's broadcast, but the way this community wraps itself around this school and this football team, again, no place you'd rather be in a town like Hernando, Mississippi on Friday night other than at the football stadium. Right now, Tigers on the wrong end of the score, but certainly not taken away from the festivities of the evening. And again, still plenty of football to be played here.
Hey, a huge shout out to the Tater, number 65. Brad, he is out there limping, will not come off the field. Nick Tudor got his ankle taped on the sideline. He is back out there. He is at center, and he's making things happen for this team. Massive props to Nick, showing so much courage and fight out there. And, you know, he's just making things happen on a wounded will. But he will not come out. He's still got fight with him.
Speaking of fight,
lots of moves there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Senatobia Warriors on the ground after that play, diving for the quarterback, number 15, Topher Jones.
Yeah, you had two more guys chase him into the end zone, so that's 9 players that had a shot at Topher Jones there on that play. None of them able to bring him down, none of them able to slow him down. Into the end zone for the touchdown. Brings the score up 32-13 in favor of Senatobia. Again, still, Heath, when you score quickly like that, still plenty of time left. And as we've said numerous times, this team isn't going to quit. Will Ussel to the end for the extra point attempt here to make it a 32-14 game. Good snap, good hold, kicks up, and it's good.
So for the ones of you watching on YouTube, rewind it, watch it again, and count all the players getting off the ground after the play. Count them. It was a simply amazing play by the Tigers, number 15, Topher Jones. Brad, 11 minutes, 38 seconds remain in tonight's contest, 32-14. Tigers still showing fight, making things happen.
Yeah, again, Heath going to take a couple of defensive stops here, but they were able to manage to get it done. Again, with a guy like Topher Jones, ball in his hands, and for the offense, lots of things can happen here. So certainly not out of it yet.
Tigers are getting ready to line up. Will we see an onside kick? I do not know. We will know here very shortly.
The sweet harmony of Sandstorm blaring here at Tiger Stadium tonight.
South Carolina getting the season kicked off against North Carolina. The Battle of the Carolinas in Charlotte tomorrow. Mac Brown and the Tar Heels will take on Shane Beamer and the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Best time of the year, my friend. Best time of the year. The weather's broken a little bit. It's cooled off a little bit. Football definitely in the air. Vincent Walters in to kick off.
They go with the sky kick again. And again, that Willie Mays Hayes style basket catch can get you in trouble. Don't ever do it again.
From the great movie Major League in the late 80s, 1989. But Senatobia's made that catch several times tonight. That's at least the third time I can remember them making a clean catch on that play. And they've been able to execute. Hadn't turned the ball over tonight. take over first down, 10 yards to go from their own 29-yard line. And still 11:38 to go. Again, still plenty of time, Heath.
3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. 2-man deep in the secondary for the Tigers. Ball falls incomplete. I don't believe they were trying to run the skip pass, which is very famous in Mississippi private school ball. That was a forward pass. The skip pass is one that is a lateral. It's a pass thrown, and it will skip in the ground, and the receiver will kind of play hooky there, will grab the ball, and not like it was an incomplete pass, and just stand there until the defense relaxes and not looks, and then takes off running. So not that there, and I would be kind of shocked if Senatobia ran that here at this point of the game. Once again, Senatobia works the middle of the offensive line, pick up a 5 on the play, 3rd and 5.
Heath, I think you're going to see a healthy dose of Jay Bonner and Julian Tabor here.
We've seen a healthy dose of that all night.
Well, you're going to see even more of it here. Senatobia is going to try to control the ball here, run some time off the clock, keep the ball out of the Hernando offense's hands. 3rd and 5, big down here. Defense needs a stop.
In other words, much of the same. Wow. The speed of the Senatobia team is just simply amazing. It really is. And again, it's not bad execution by the Tiger defense at all, or by the coaching staff. It's just speed, lightning fast, greasy speed.
Yeah, number 34, Meyer Maddox, in on the tackle for the Tigers, brought down the quarterback, Jay Bonner, but not before he was able to pick up the first down at the 45-yard line.
Once again, the up backs to the right side. See if they work the right side of the field this play. Well, they will on a pass. Look at that speed. It's just simply amazing.
Pass completed number 1, brought down by number 13, Brady Clancy.
Yeah, you don't want those guys getting up ahead of steam like they did there. Number 1 on the reception, picked up the first down, 10-yard gain from his own 45 to the Tiger 45. Still 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the game. Need to cause a turnover, get the ball back quickly here if you're Hernando.
Here we go. The up back is to the right, and this time they run left. So the theory is wrong.
Great job of defense there. Number 12, Connor Leslie, and big number 75, Eli Stewart on the tackle for the Tigers there. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down, 8 yards to go for Senatobia.
Senatobia quick to the line of scrimmage. A little shocked with that. I thought they would try to run a little bit more clock, but I think their offense clicks better when they move fast. As we mentioned earlier, red, white, and blue today was the theme at school for the high school.
We didn't have theme weeks back when we were
back in the 1900s.
Yeah, back in the old days, so to speak. Didn't really have theme. We did during homecoming week. We had different theme days during homecoming week, but certainly not a theme for each week's game. Just shows you how far high school football has come in the, well, I'm not going to say how many years, Heath, since you and I were walking the hallowed halls of South Haven High School and SBEC, now North Point Christian.
It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long ago. Security the 4.
You don't have enough fingers, my friend.
Third and 9 on the play. Nice little touch pass there, not complete. 2 Tigers in the area to defend it.
Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what Senatobia does here. Looks like they're going to send the punt team in. No real thought. Quick to pull the trigger on getting the punt team out there. I thought maybe you might see Coach Carter Norris and Senatobia go for it on 4th down there, but they're going to do what's probably the smart thing, punt the ball away, we assume, here, and try and pin the Tigers deep. just under 9 minutes remaining, 32-14, Senatobia on top.
Now, we've mentioned it. The snap from the long snapper has been entertaining tonight. That one is entertaining as well.
And Heath, punter was ruled down. Knelt down to field kind of the wobbly snap there. And we've got a flag down as well. But the white hat ruled the punter down when he knelt down to field the snap. We'll see what the flag is here. I got to think based on where that flag was thrown, that's 5 yards deep in the backfield. Heath, I'm not sure what this is going to be. Maybe a sideline warning, possibly? I'm guessing here. I don't know. Again, 5 yards deep in the backfield on a punt. We'll see.
Another stadium favorite, another anthem for sports.
House of Pain, Jump Around. Made famous, all right there together. Heath, I'm still not sure. We didn't get an indication on what the penalty was. Still going to be 4th down, but they're going to return the ball to the previous spot here and give Senatobia another chance to punt it. I don't know what the call is. I don't know what the result is, but Senatobia is going to get another chance. And again, Hernando just not able to catch any breaks tonight. Hernando was going to have the ball at the Senatobia around the 42-yard line. Instead, Senatobia is going to have a chance to punt.
Got a wobbler, did not check up, took the Tobytown bounce down to the 10-yard line.
And Heath, that's just huge. I mean, that's 50 yards of field position there. And I'm still not sure exactly what the call was that brought the ball back for basically a replay of 4th down there. But again, that's 50 yards of field position with 8 minutes, 43 seconds to go and down 32-14. That could be a key happening here in tonight's game.
All right. 32-14 is our score here at Anthony Jenkins Field. Beautiful night, Labor Day weekend. 8 minutes, 43 seconds remain. And we're coming back again, Brad. Third verse, same as the first. I don't know what's happening.
And it looks like they're going to call false start illegal procedure on Senatobia. So now they're going to back them up 5 yards. It's going to be 4th down 14 from just inside midfield.
Well, you know, we've picked on a little bit of the long snapper for Senatobia with his snaps tonight, but he's getting plenty of practice in these last 3 plays.
Yeah, he's racking up the snap counts here. So now the punter standing just outside his own 35-yard line will try once again. Clean snap.
That might have been his best snap of the night. Trying to make something happen. Makes his way back to the 20. It's better than the 10-yard line.
We'll see if it stands, Heath. Let's give it a second. I don't see any flags on the field. And looks like we're going to spot the ball at the 20-yard line of Hernando. 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Tigers.
Well, it's very rare that we sing all 4 stanzas from the hymn book, so I don't think we're going to get all 4 punts back to back to back to back right there. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 20-yard line. 8 minutes, 34 seconds remaining, quarter number 4. Tigers working their way, trying to bounce it to the outside. Find a little room on the right. It'll bring up 2nd down.
That was Brady Clancy on the carry for the Tigers. Looking for room around the right side. Looks like he might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Brad, as I look around the stadium, I see some little Sparkies all around. Some are starting to tire out. Some are in mom's arms. Some are leaning on mom. Dad's holding a couple. I'm starting to see some taillights in the parking lot. I think the little ones are getting a little tired tonight.
Yeah, for as fast as the first quarter went by, the rest of the game slowed down a little bit. We're now almost at 2.5 hours. Starting to see the 9:30 arrival flights into Memphis International, which Hernando is in the flight path of Memphis International, and starting to see those last flights of the evening come into Memphis International before the Purple Tails of FedEx take over the skies. The well-choreographed ballet where they land several hundred flights within a matter of hours and then push them right back out here in the Memphis area.
Now, Brad, you may or may not know, I hope that you do, I once heard, not too long ago, Memphis, the busiest airport in the world, thanks to the hub of FedEx with all the planes landing.
Second busiest in the world behind Hong Kong, but the busiest airport in the United States.
Well, there you go.
And yes, mostly due to FedEx. Again, world hub here located in Memphis. A lot of jobs in the Memphis area. Memphis area wouldn't be what it is today without FedEx, probably.
I think it's a very fair statement. All right, Tigers are punt formation. Got the ball off. Wobbly kick, great bounce for the Tigers. Ball fielded at the 31. Once again, that lightning fast speed, Brad. It just a little bit of room turns into something big. I don't really see how he got that return out. He started at the 31, crossed midfield, made his way to about the 47-yard line, and I just don't see how he got there so quickly.
Well, yeah, Heath, that was another great punt off of the foot of Topher Jones, another 45-yard plus punt. But as you said, Tabor was able to field it cleanly and not a lot of hang time. That's the downside of that rugby-style punt. If you don't manage to get it on the ground and get it rolled past the receiver, if they're able to field it cleanly, you don't have a lot of hang time to give your punt coverage team to get down there and cover. And by the time Hernando was able to get the guys down the field, Tabor had a good head of steam going the other direction and able to take it across midfield down to the 46-yard line. First down 10 to go from there from Senatobia.
Running backwards, but found a little room, turns into something positive. And I know we've said it a trillion times, with the speed of Senatobia, it's just awesomeness, just amazing to watch.
Yeah, really starting to assert themselves on offense here. Picking up 6-7 yards of play, 7 yards on that play. Second, great performance by both bands. Those kids work very, very hard. Heath, as you know, your oldest daughter is a member of the Hernando band, and
correct.
She did a great job. We had eyes on her as she played her marimba here on the sidelines closest to us. And both bands put on a great show. Again, those kids work just as hard as any other group on campus, outside in the heat during the summer, all day long, pretty much 5 days a week when they're in band camp. And so, again, they put in the effort. Good to see them get their turn to perform on the field and in the stands. They sit them right by the student section here at Tiger Stadium, and those kids have a blast.
You know, Brad, I don't wish any ill will, but heaven forbid if you have a wreck on your bicycle on the middle of the football field during halftime when everyone's watching. I don't think anyone will let you live that down.
Well, Heath, at least once a week you leave me speechless, and you got me last week with a dad joke. You got me this week with the bicycle on the field. You're right. That's something you might take a little good-natured ribbing over. But pretty clean performance from both bands tonight. Didn't see any bike accidents on the field.
Lock your car doors while you're leaving. The biker gang from the mean streets of Tobytown are in town right now. All right, here we go. Again, Tigers are playing still very physical defense late in this ball game. They could have melded in, showing lots of heart right here, Brad.
Yeah, Caleb Hickman there, great job from his outside linebacker spot on the weak side linebacker to bring down Tabor there on the run. Tabor able to pick up about 4 yards. Second down, 6 yards to go. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in tonight's game.
Second down and 6.
Talking to Coach McCann earlier this week, and he talked about just needing to get some guys some playing time as far as reps of seeing things. That sees it at practice, but they haven't had the game reps yet. And this is one of those moments where a lot of people think not much good happens during the game, but during this time, a lot of guys are getting crash course and learning on the fly. And that will play out later in the season.
Third down and 1.
Well, you're absolutely right, Heath, and just an outstanding linebacker core for this Hernando defense. Number 11, Justin Hammett. Number 12, Connor Leslie. Number 8, Hallis Lawson. And number 24, Caleb Hickman have done a great job tonight. We've called all 4 of their names multiple times tonight. And they're going to be a strength for this defensive unit the entire season.
Got to talk to Justin Hammett earlier this week, number 11. And when I was talking to Coach McCann, he was very impressed with this senior class. He said that they are a very close-knit group. And so he was impressed with, he said they have played a lot of football together. They've been with each other for a long time. He said it's just a very close-knit group. And so he was very impressed of the bond that these guys had on and off the field. And he said it shows with the leadership in practice.
Well, when you go through what these kids go through in the off season with the conditioning and the camp practices, 2-a-days. Are 2-a-days still a thing? I don't know, but they certainly were back in the day. But anyway, when you're standing shoulder to shoulder with your teammates and they're going through the same thing that you're going through, you can develop that bond, and it's a very good thing to have as a team. Cohesion is something that is not easy. You can't just snap your fingers and have a cohesive football team.
Correct.
You have to earn that, and you have to put in the work to make that happen. And that's one thing you can certainly say for this Hernando team. It's a cohesive unit. These guys look out for each other on the football field. Great teammates. And a lot of good things ahead for Hernando football this season.
And there we go. Once again, very physical football by the Tigers. A lot of gang tackling, but again, that speed is just so hard. Even with the physicalness and the hard hitting. When you're running downhill, Brad, it's tough to stop. And that's what we saw right there on that play.
Yeah, Heath, 6 or 7 Tigers had a shot at bringing Julian Tabor, number 2, down. Just couldn't manage to bring him down into the end zone, 6 yards, 2 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in tonight's game. 38-14, Senatobia on top. I know one thing. Jay Bonner and Julian Tabor are going to know they've been in a football game.
Yes.
Because this defense has taken it to them all night, and they're gonna wake up sore tomorrow morning. But again, both of them have done a great job. Extra point is no good. 2 minutes, 32 seconds remaining. Senatobia on top, 38-14.
Brad, has Senatobia made an extra point tonight? I cannot remember.
Yeah, they actually made a couple earlier in the game. Had one that was blocked, had one that was missed, and then
doinked that one off the upright, the right upright.
Yeah, the old doink off the upright there.
You know, Brad, Senatobia, Hernando, both towns very similar in so many ways and yet different at the same time. But I think there's one thing that everybody in Hernando could probably agree on, that they might be slightly jealous of Senatobia. Senatobia still has their Coleman's barbecue.
Good old Coleman's barbecue, Heath.
Yeah, ours is gone.
Yeah. You and I grew up to going to the one up on was it Holmes or Shelby Drive up in Memphis?
Yeah.
Shelby and Mill Branch. Great barbecue. Love Coleman's barbecue, and of course the one on Commerce Street here, just off the interstate in Hernando, was open until several years ago. Not there anymore. But if you want good barbecue, Coleman's is a place.
And the tomahawk chop happening with the Warriors.
Senatobia's slogan, you can't stop the chop. And certainly their football team and fans having a good time tonight with the result on the field.
Quite a creative hashtag there. Can't stop the chop. All right, 2 minutes, 27 seconds remain in tonight's contest. The Tigers will have a 1st and 10 situation. And right now it's all hard.
That was number 31, Clayton Williams, taking that kickoff and taking it out past the 40-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go, 2 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
Excuse me, 31-yard line.
Lou Holt said the famous saying, it's not Jimmy's and Joe's, or excuse me, it's not X's and O's, it's Jimmy and Joe's that win you ball games. And Senatobia definitely has some Jimmy's and Joe's tonight.
Well, they've got a Julian and a Jay.
There you go.
May not be Jimmy and Joe, but they've got Julian and Jay, and those two are going to win some football games for them this year. Looking to go 2-0 here on the young season. Again, knocked off Memphis Central last week, 42-21. And look like they're going to hold on against the Tigers here tonight. This team is going to win some football games in Mississippi Class 4A this year. And I look for them to make the playoffs once again this year.
Very physical defense. We knew that was going to be one of their strong points coming into the game. And here we are, less than 2 minutes, and they're just as physical now as they were to start the game.
And this Senatobia team is only 2 years removed from a state title appearance back in 2021. They lost to Columbia 22-21 down in the Rock in Hattiesburg in the state title game, 4A state title game. And again, made the second round of the 4A playoffs last year, so certainly not a stranger to Mississippi playoff football.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't one Walter Payton? Isn't he from Columbia, Mississippi?
Absolutely right.
There you go. So an NFL Hall of Famer, just one of several NFL Hall of Famers from the great state of Mississippi, from Columbia. His footprint is still is all over the game of football. The Walter Payton Award, given to the one player every year that has the best community service in their community in the NFL. And also the robot that you see on Fox Football on Sundays. His name is Walter, and he has a number 34 if you look closely, named after Walter Payton.
Well, he's certainly an outstanding man and an even better football player. You know, in a lot of ways, they say that Walter Payton Man of the Year award in the NFL is the most prestigious award there is. You know, year in and year out, very deserving players are awarded that, and one of the most prestigious trophies that you can win. Even above league MVP, you know, that's a very treasured. A lot of guys are honored by that, and they have several. If you recall, Heath, when they present the trophy every year, they have all of the previous winners come back and welcome the new recipient into the fold, and it's a great ceremony every year. Usually done, I believe, maybe one of the first playoff games where they make that announcement. Or is it the Super Bowl? It may actually be at the Super Bowl.
I believe it is the week of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's actually the week of the Super Bowl. So
I believe it's what they call the week of the Pro Bowl now, since they play the Pro Bowl before the Super Bowl.
Do they really play the Pro Bowl anymore? Isn't it a flag? Isn't it a 5-on-5 flag football event now?
7-on-7.
7-on-7. Okay. Well,
it might be more entertaining.
Yeah, I think you've got they got the Redskins Sean Taylor to blame for that. If you recall, in one of the Pro Bowls, Sean Taylor hit a punter. I can't remember who the punter was, but absolutely leveled him in what is supposed to be a glorified scrimmage game. After that, a lot of players didn't want to play in the Pro Bowl. They had to kind of change the format. That's going to be the last play of the game here tonight from Hernando. Senatobia is going to win this one 38-14. They're going to knock off Tigers. Tigers on the road next week at Tupelo. Senatobia will host Independence at Barner Field in Senatobia. So once again, Heath, I'll turn it to you for tonight's final score.
Well, we don't know yet. There's still plans being made. I think some things have to be run up the ladder. We may or may not be with you next week on the road at Tupelo. We will let everybody know. But with that being said, we hope to bring the action to you. If that is an opportunity and situation that does arise. If it doesn't, we will see you at our next home football game. Looking back until tonight's game, it was pretty much Senatobia. The Tigers showed a lot of heart and fight the entire night, never mailed one thing in. A lot of freak plays happened tonight, and the Tigers really didn't get a break on those freak plays. Special teams was very special for Senatobia.
Thank you all that were in attendance tonight and for your loyal support of our Hernando High School athletic and band program. We pray you all have safe travels back to your destination. Good night from Tiger Stadium, and go Tigers!
But, Brad, it's one of those things that the good guys didn't win tonight.
Yeah, I took it on the chin. Look to bounce back next week at Tupelo. Next home game 2 weeks from tonight here at Tiger Stadium, Anthony Jenkins Field, when the Tigers will host the Indians of Byhalia. But again, next week, 7 p.m. kickoff down in Tupelo against the Golden Wave. That'll be a tall task. Tupelo's got a very good team this year, as they usually do. And if you've never been to a game in Tupelo, it is an experience. They affectionately call the Golden Wave them blankets because the Golden Wave mascot resembles a blanket with a face. So they have affectionately taken on the hashtag them blankets for their beloved Golden Wave down in Tupelo. Again, tall task next week for the Tigers. Look to bounce back 1-1 on the young season. Still plenty of football left to be played. And Coach Steve McCann is going to coach his team. A lot of positives to take away from tonight.
Yes.
Didn't end up on the right side of the scoreboard, but the defense played outstanding. I have to imagine Hallis Lawson is going to be your two-time defensive player of the week. Has to be. He had 9 tackles last week. I think he had that many in tonight's first quarter.
Yes.
So I'm sure he ended up with double-digit tackles and is going to be your defensive player of the week. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't have a vote. That's a team. I believe Coach McCann leaves that up to his team to vote on. But if I had a vote, that's who mine would go to on the defense. Special teams played well tonight. You did have a couple of miscues, unfortunate miscues.
Right, very unfortunate.
Just a couple of bad
freak
breaks.
Plays.
Yeah, freak plays that you rarely see. You have one where a punt return glances off of a Tiger player, rolls into the end zone. If that ball stays in the field of play, it's the Tigers. It's Senatobia's ball, but they can't advance it into the end zone. But because the ball comes to rest in the end zone, they fall on it, score a touchdown. Similar play on the other side. Hernando punting the ball, glances off of a Tiger player, not called. We have the benefit of being at the angle that we're at. Pretty sure it bounced off of a Senatobia player, but referee didn't see it that way. They brought it back, gave it to Senatobia, and just couldn't catch many breaks on the special team side of the ball tonight.
And we can insert the joke 2-for-1 special at Pearl Vision for the referees, right? No, I'm joking. Brad, you are correct. It was a tough break for the Tigers. The referee did not see it. It is very hard for us to see it up here. It looked like he touched him, but we did not have a great angle. I remember saying that during the broadcast when it happened. A lot of the officials on the field didn't have a great angle, but one was very adamant with his call, and with that, you've got to trust him. And just one of those unfortunate situations for the Tigers. With that being said, Tigers showed heart, they showed fight, they just ended up on the wrong scoreboard tonight. So with that, we want to thank all of you for watching tonight's broadcast. We will see you on down the road. We look forward to bringing you more Tiger football here with our Hernando High School broadcast. And for all of you that came out tonight, thank you for supporting the Tigers. It was wonderful to see the little cheerleaders tonight, as we had more than several hundred, it seemed like, out there cheering. Fun was had tonight. Memories were made on Red, White, and Blue Week, holiday weekend. But with that, we will say goodbye and good night. We want to thank everyone that helped out tonight, and we want to thank everyone that came out and supported our Tigers. Well, the final score was, and forever shall remain, 32-14 in favor of the Warriors of Senatobia. We want to thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.